Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. So in this video we will discuss about the data driven technique and we will use XML file for data driven. So let's start. So as you can see, this is a high level architecture of automation framework. So as you can clearly see, the data is kept outside from the framework and script. What is the benefit of uh, detaching the data from outside the script is whenever you need to update your data, you don't need to recompile your code or you don't need to update your code. So this is the main benefit. You just need to update your data and the same script will execute with the new data. So there are several file types used for data driven, just like Excel, CSV, XML, and we can also retrieve our test data from the database as well. So these are few file types. So let's move to the coding part. This is the same project we were using in our training. So for data source or data driven, we need to put the data source tag. There are four parameters we need to insert in data source. Firstly, we will assign or set the file type. Then in second, we will put the file name or path, then the parent tag name, and in the last we will put the data access method. So firstly I am going to add the Microsoft dot Visual Studio dot test tools dot XML. Test tool dot data source dot XML. This is the correct one. Then I just need to mention the file path. Since my data file is present in this same project folder having the DLL file or bin folder, so if your data file is present in this same folder in which your DLL is present, you don't need to give the entire path. Otherwise, if your data file is present in some other location, then you need to put the complete uh, file path here. Then the third one, I have data file and the parent tag is login. Since I will retrieve actually the username or password, so the parent tag is login. So here we need to put the login here. Then the data access method. For data access method, there are two types, random and sequential. So we are going to use the sequential. So the data will read sequentially. Like firstly, it will retrieve this data. Then after that, it will retrieve this second one, the user one data. So when I'm calling username, the first data will retrieve will be army tester. Then for second run, it will call the user one. If uh, if the data access method is random, then any one of them can retrieve on first or second place. So for uh, this data source is used to make the connectivity with the file. So let's run this test case so that there are some errors. Let's check it what the issue is. Since we are going to use data, then we need to reference the system.data. Okay, now for calling I am going to create a string type variable of name username is equal to, we're going to use the test context dot data row. For using this data row you need to reference the system.data library here. So I need to put a username here and I want to convert it to string. So in these inverted commas, it should be the this name should be the same as present in the your XML file. So I'm using this username. Now I'm printing this username into a message box. Username. So I'm expecting to have username as army tester as a first value. Then for second run it will show the user 1. So this benefit of data driven. If same test case, for same test case, if you have multiple data set, it will re-execute the same test case with multiple data. As previously we learned this thing for our in our data row video. So I am going to execute this test case. So as you can see, it retrieved the first value as army tester. Then it re-execute and show the second one as user 1. And for this summary you can see this test case execute multiple time with two data row. So this is how you can use data driven. We will use in our Selenium automation as well. So this is how you can use the data driven in MS Test framework. So hope you will like this video and you understand this technique. So inshallah we will meet in our next video. Until then, Allah Hafiz.